kids, and welcome to Arts Corner. I'm Sister Azra, and I'm going to be sharing with you some interesting and fun art pieces that we can make that will inshallah remind us of important lessons that we can learn from the tragedy of Karbala. Today we're going to be making a good deed tree. Now, the whole point of the tragedy of Karbala was because Imam Hussain had such a pure soul. It was destined only for making Allah happy, and that is exactly what we aspire to as well. But we can't just achieve that through praying salah and fasting. There's a lot more that we have to do. We have to actually show that we love Allah and that we want to gain closeness to Him through our behavior, through the way that we treat others, the way that we help others, the way that we cope in certain situations. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today, because we want all of our souls to flourish, inshallah, and to develop love for Allah. So let's think about the materials that we're going to need for our good deed tree. First, we'll need 2 pieces of card. We'll also need some green paper for the leaves for the tree, a pencil, different coloured felt tips, a stapler, and some scissors. So the first thing we're going to do is draw an outline of the tree on one of the cards, and once we've cut that out, we can use it as a template. It's very important that both of them look the same. Now, when we draw this template, what we're going to do is make sure that the branches sort of split off to the side, because we're going to need to make a cut down the middle of the tree to fix the two together. And you'll see that come to shape in a moment. So we'll start off with the trunk of the tree. Till about there, and then they're going to branch off. The same on the other side. Perhaps up to about there. So then take your scissors and we're going to cut that out. Sometimes cutting card out is a bit tricky. Try your best, but if you do need help, you can ask a grown-up. And for my little friends out there, be careful because scissors are sharp, so you might definitely want an adult to help you. So we're cutting out the branches now as we go along. There we go. So we've got one tree there. Now you're going to use this one as a template and draw around it on your second piece of cards so that both are exactly the same, inshallah. So take your pencil, hold the tree down with your other hand and just draw around it to give you a guide for where to cut. There we go. So again, take your scissors and cut out your second tree. Now, if you don't have brown card at home, for example, if you want to use the side of a cereal box or any other box you have that's not necessarily brown on all sides, then you can always paint it. There we go. Now the next step is really important so that we can make the two pieces slot together nicely. So what we're going to do is that on this one we are going to cut from the top down, but not all the way because we don't want to cut it in half. We're just going to cut it down to about there, and then from here we're going to cut up. So let's start. And then you're simply going to slot the two together side by side, a little bit like this. There you go. So that is your basic tree shape right there. Now we need to prepare some leaves. So you're going to take some green paper. Now I've cut mine into squares and I've put them all together, because then I can cut out one and then hopefully you'll get quite a few leaves underneath as well. So you can draw a basic leaf shape, nice and big, because you're going to need space to write on it. There we go. So here we have a couple of lovely green leaves. So what we're going to do now, and perhaps this is something that you can do every day, either in the morning or after school, is to sit down and have a think about what good deed did you do today that would make Allah happy and that would take you closer towards Him. It might even be that you've spotted your brother or sister doing something nice and you want to write down a good deed that they did, or perhaps your parents might want to do that too. So for example, maybe you tidied your room, so you can write on there, I tidied my room. Perhaps you've also prayed Salah on time, so you can write that on another leaf. It might be also that you were extra kind to your brother and sister and shared some of your toys. So you can write down, I shared my toys. And it might be that you decided you would read some Quran, because we know that reading the Holy Quran softens our hearts. So it's a lovely thing to do if you have a spare few minutes. And maybe not only did you read the Quran, but you thought about the meaning of the ayahs that you read, which would be a really great thing to do. So you can write on here, I read the Holy Quran. And I'm sure there's lots of other good deeds that you're all doing out there every day. So you'll be able to fill these leaves up really quickly. I've just thought of 4 for now. And what we're going to do now is staple them onto the tree to really bring the tree to life. And this is lovely to then display and look at every day and think about actually all the great things that you guys are doing. So you're going to need an adult to help you with this. You're just going to take your leaf and staple it on. So I've got one over there. I'm going to put one on this side as well. There we go. And then I've got one more that's going to go on the far corner, right there. So this is what the tree looks like so far. But as the days go on, you will definitely be able to fill this up with lots of the good deeds that you're doing, and sit back and reflect on the things that you're striving hard to do to take you closer to Allah, inshallah. Please do have a go at making this at home. It's a lovely thing to do with your families, and then share your pictures with us. You can tweet us at CABTV. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.